Alright, hi guys, welcome back to the stream. So today's challenge run is the no minion leveling up challenge. So this is a challenge which is mostly going to orient around planning. So there's going to be quite a lot of setup in this run. I've got a pretty good idea about what I want to do. But without further ado, let's get started. So, the main challenge of this run is the fact that our minions are essentially level capped for each section. And we basically need to use minions from the immediate prior forest, or current forest I should say, to beat the bosses of that forest. Because our minions aren't going to be strong enough if we don't do that. So, we aren't allowed to use seals, which does mean we are going to have to fight Kikinak the fair way. So our first problem to overcome is how do we beat Kikinak with low-level minions. Or lower-level minions. And in a way that we won't set ourselves up for failure later. As defeating Kikinak is almost certainly going to put us in this position where we lose one minion to fighting Kikinak. Thankfully, we only need a fire minion for exactly that fight. So, once we beat Kikinak, we can actually throw that minion away, and that's kind of fine.
Run away, has he? He's run off, you know. It's all hearsay.
Timer didn't start.
Stolen by a Nagi woman, and he ran off.
Not sure what that's about. Right, shrank.
His son
Do
is
we fix
still
that?
so young. Too young to become
There you
a
go.
broodmaster. Run away, will you?
Press the button, I'm not sure why it didn't start. And then shrank. Not too worried about the timer, it doesn't need. This isn't a high fidelity run, so. It's mostly there just so I know how long I'm taking. So. The minion we're probably going to want is a Frey, which we haven't actually used in any of our runs yet. And it's, I believe, either level 4 or level 5 that you can capture in the Dragonfly Forest, and it's obviously it's fire. So that's probably going to be what our sacrificial minion is. The tricky part is capturing the Frey itself requires us to weaken it, and I believe you tend to fight them in pairs. Which gives you an entire other problem. So we can do that, or we can capture like 3 Patalchews, merge them all into a tortoise, and then use that. That might also do it. Because the tortoises are level 4. And a fire level 4 should be able to take down Kikinak. So those are my 2 current ideas for taking down Kikinak. There is some setup I'm going to need to do in the Beetle Forest that I've already worked out is basically necessary. The Beetle Forest minions are the best for altering the elements of your minions to water and air respectively. They're the lowest level minions. They aren't going to interfere with like causing level ups of our later minions. So we are going to capture quite a few Arpatrons and quite a few Mardregs to compensate for that. We are of course going to lose a minion to the Earth boss and the Fire boss. So we do have to think about that. So I only need 1 water minion to take down Kashidra. So that's why we're capturing multiple Arpatrons. Is so we can get 2 water minions and still have an Arpatron left over to take down Turris. That's the idea there. And we're going to capture a bunch of Mardregs. Because they are probably the best minion for increasing the attack of our late game minions and converting them to the air element. So I think we're going to want... I want to say 4 of them. There is actually another reason why we need a fire minion from the Dragonfly Forest, which is why I am kind of partial to the Frey idea. Is we need Squamojers. Squamojers are going to be very useful. We don't need that many of them. I want to say 2 will probably suffice, but those are to take down Gigoat in the Moth Forest. However, I know that they have Horn, Wind Attack plus Power, and that can be an issue because Mardreg is also Horn Wind Attack. And in the Kashidra fight, I suspect that Wind Rate plus nothing is actually going to be better for us than plus Power. Just from the way mana plus and efficiency works. Like regular wind attacks, if you use all of your mana on just wind attack regular, that does more total damage than using wind attack plus power. The difference, of course, being that wind attack plus power does the damage faster, even if the total is lower. So it's a bit of a pain. I'd like really to have wind attack blank. I think we can also use the Torrents from the Dark Spider Forest, because I believe they also have wind attack plus power. So that's why we don't necessarily need that many Squamojers, because we might be able to use Torrents instead. There is also the hidden tech of getting a spiral, merging with a bunch of Tehambus or Turparas. I think they're Tehambus. Giving it Earth attack plus power and going for the crit on Earth boss to see if we can one-shot him. That is also an option. Probably not a sensible one, but it's certainly one we can try to do. But we probably do need a backup minion in the event that we can't defeat Kashidra with just 2. So, yes, we want 1 leftover Optron, that's fine. After we've used our Optrons, I'm thinking Optrons with Squimals, like 2 Optrons into 2 Squimals. That'll get us 2 level 12s with water attack and drain HP. That'll probably be enough to take down Turturus, I think, leaving us with 1 leftover Optron. Critical strikes are scary for this run. Just because if our minions accidentally kill things when we don't want them to, it's actually a problem, not a it's a hindrance, not a help. So you don't actually want that to happen. So certainly a lot of moving parts to this challenge.
According to tradition, I hereby proclaim your coming of age. Your pride from this day forward.
But that's the plan. I have no idea if the execution's going to pan out in quite that way. Yeah, the Squamojers are just going to be used as they are. I'm not going to merge anything into them. I'm just going to capture them and use them to take down Gigo. And then we'll lose 1 to Poacher because one will kill Gigo. We let Gigo kill whatever's left over. And then we kill Poacher, losing 1 Squamoj. We can try to get Levant to kill Poacher, to keep all 3 if we really want to, or both, depending on how many we capture. I don't know if Torrents have... It'd be kind of annoying if Torrents had wind attack plus power on Horn as well, but I don't think it is. I think it's Fang. So yeah, you can sort of tell I've had to think and plan this extensively, just because our initial minion captures are going to impact the rest of the run, right? Like if we don't capture 3 Arpatrons, for example, we would then have to get a water attack from something else, which would probably have to be the Radgors in the Spider Forest. Or would it be Redugal? Might be Redugal at that point. But that's where it'd have to be. Those guys have the same ability setup as Arpatron, but I think Arpatron's possibly faster. And yes, Levant's allowed to gain capture levels. He may seem like a minion, but he isn't. If I said Levant can't gain capture levels and neither can minions, there's no need to even try the challenge. You know the answer is no, you can't do it. Well, actually, no. You could do Levant can't gain capture levels. That's just beat the game with 3 Arpatrons, which is absolutely doable. So it's easy enough to beat the game with a level 1 capture level Levant. In fact, to be fair, if you did minions can't gain levels and Levant can't gain capture levels, you're basically doing a Levant only run, which I believe is possible. It's not worth trying because you're going to be there forever trying to get Great Walnuts off Kikinak forevermore. Or just, early minions which you can get Great Walnuts from until you get to, like 900 HP on Levant. And then mugwort your way to victory. Or just have, a stack of Great Walnuts for you. To be fair, actually, you'd have to be getting your mugworts from minions as well, because you wouldn't be able to get money very easily. You'd get them from, if you capture Arpatrons, Levant doesn't level up. He doesn't level up from the tutorial fight. Yeah, but you'd kind of need Bitter Mugwort, because regular Mugwort is going to give you 50 HP, and Kashidra is going to hit you for about 95 damage per hit. So you'd need, like, Bitter. I can't remember if Bitter just always gives full HP back, or if it just gives, like, 100, 150. Yeah, like, it's definitely a possible run. It's one of the longer theoretical runs. So I guess it's possible, but I'm never going to do it. I'm not willing to do that. Alright. So we're going to harvest 3 Arpatrons here. We'll still be capture level 1 when this is done. I do have to think about how easy it's going to be to capture Squamojas with level 4 fire minions. They're pretty high level themselves. I'd like to minimize the amount of captures I need to do, while, play it safe, then minimize captures. Because what I don't want to do is go, oh, I'll get the fire turtle, I'll use it to capture an air minion, which is higher level, then use that to capture a earth minion, then a water minion, then a fire one. To get a higher level air, it would be a pain in the ass. Alright, so this is Arpatron number 1. Yeah, because it doesn't exit this fight the normal way, that's why you don't gain a level from it. And it doesn't go to the screen or anything. Right. Yeah, we're gonna try and keep it down to the minimum number of Arbtrons we need. Yeah. Load the game again. You only have to do that one more time. Get our third Arbitron. Yeah, if we make mistakes past the Moth Forest stage, our problem is going to be in the fact that the minions we have access to is extremely limited. Or the set of minions we have access to is very limited. I don't know if we'll bother wrong warping to the end of this. If we're going to go with the fire turtle method, we're going to want paddle shoes from this visit, and then wrong warp. It doesn't really matter when we capture the Mardregs, so long as we do capture the Mardregs, and we might be able to use the fire turtle that we're going to make to help with that. And that's probably the fastest way to kill the Mardregs we need. So we're up to 2 Arbtrons. I've never actually done this more than once in a run. So I'm hoping that all of our Arbtrons keep their abilities. It may be that we just end up with an Arbitron that doesn't, which would kind of suck for us, but we'll find out well before it matters. In which case we'll just capture one of the water dragons from the Spider Forest. Come on, Goris. Give me that third Arbitron. Yeah, I think but for particular elements only, I think water and fire are pretty easy. Just because Delphinel's not all that likely to use his Earth Magic attack. And Arbtrons are speedy, so they get extra turns on him. So I think it's very doable to beat the game with just Arbitron. I think it's probably easier than the time-only run. Okay. So, yeah, I think we will go fire turtle method. We'll need quite a lot of paddle shoes. If we want more than one, we're going to need quite a lot of paddle shoes. Is the one major downside. Want more than one fire turtle. We can of course make a second one. Oh, we're not dodging that. Oh, maybe we are. Look, that was a janky dodge. Also, I called it yesterday when I said as soon as I do the other run, suddenly I'll be able to dodge like nobody's business, and I'll get past both squasps. All right. So I think we make one fire turtle, and if we need to, we make a second one. So we make one fire turtle now. We use it to capture Mardregs. We fight Kikinak and we try to keep the fire turtle. That's the path that makes the most sense to me. Capturing the turtle is actually going to be kind of difficult now that I think about it. I mean, it's level 4. Our capture level won't be a problem, but the amount of damage we do to the turtle versus the damage the turtle does to us might be. Yeah, if we're going to make any mistakes, this is the part of the run where we're allowed to. We can't mess up with Arbitron because we can't get it back. But we, of course, can get Arbitron's replacement or equivalent minion later on. They do have worse stats than Arbitron, mind. Yeah, we're going for... We'll have capture level 3, so the turtle isn't going to be too hot. It's not going to be like outside of our level range. We may also want to purify our minions just so that we have more attempts. Well, if you... Actually, no, we'll still have 6 cocoons. It'll be fine. Geekinak is going to get extra turns on a turtle-based minion, though. I'm hoping 1 turtle is enough to beat Geekinak. There's not much point in even bringing the other minions, if I'm honest. Like bringing the Arbitron. Well, yeah, I wouldn't want to bring the Arbitrons along because if they killed Geekinak, that's actually very bad. But I have no idea if 1 turtle merged with Paddlechoose will be strong enough to take down Geekinak. Of course, we wouldn't have to do this if we were allowing seals, but we aren't. We aren't allowed to do that. If anyone wanted to hardcore this challenge as well, they could add the rule that if a minion levels up at all, then you fail the run. Rather than what I'm sort of doing that light, where a minion is allowed to level up, but if it does, then we have to lose the minion basically. Because if you're doing that, then you have to have Levant finish every fight. So you have to kill Geekinak with Levant, you have to kill Poacher with Levant, you have to kill the Fire, Earth, and... Well, you don't have to kill the Chosen One with Levant, because the time happens before you hit the level up screen. Alright, so now that we've caught our Paddlechoose, let's wrong walk to the end. Now we don't care if it's a water or an earth turtle that we see at the other side, because in both cases we're just going to use... Oh, that's early. We're just going to use Levant to capture it anyway. Oh, that was right. That got way early. Messing up here now. Anyway, yeah. So... Yeah, capturing a bunch of... Sorry, not capturing. Killing everything with Levant is just... What's wrong with my timing today? Yeah, killing everything with Levant is a major pain, especially because we're not allowed to use seals, so you'd have to finish them off with regular attacks from Levant. That might still be a bit early because his head's not quite touching the edge. I think it actually is early. It is, yeah. Not feeling it today, it seems. Yeah, we would have to pick up better weapons for Levant, just so it would be easier to punch things. Alright, let's get this score. There we go. That's how you do the dodge. You have to run back. That's what I was forgetting to do. Running back from the timer. That's how you dodge it. Head is just touching the edge. That might be fine. Like just touching it. Yeah, it is. Anyway, so yeah, like we'd probably want, if we were going to go that route, you'd probably want to fight Louis in this visit. Like heal up Levant, go fight Louis, get the Quasar that's behind him. Just because that has a bit more of a punch to it. Use that to take down the turtles. I'll purify our minions just for the free heals and the Firefly Cocoon regeneration. We won't equip our minions because there is no point. They're not going to be doing anything useful here. They're all level 1. They are not going to help against level 5 Kikinak. Or is the Kikinak level 6? I think he's level 5, but I don't know. Nope. So I was seeing if there was a button to go up the menu. Like jump up the menu. So I was pressing, because it's R2 to jump down the menu. I suppose R1 might jump up the menu, but I pressed L2 and then L1. Valerian powder, we don't need that. Got too much to think about, making me sloppy on my execution. So we want a fight where there is one turtle, which is going to come down to chance, because there's a lot of spots where there could be 1 or 2 turtles in this forest. I'd like to think 1 turtle will be enough, but I do not know. We won't capture this, afraid. We're here for the turtle. I think turtles will be water. I don't actually know which element for the tortoises is the nominate species. I don't think it makes a difference to them though, in terms of damage output. Oh, still Earth. That's fair. I can't remember if they're normally Earth or normally water when we see them. That's just for money. That's why we're picking all that up. Alright, are you a pair of tortoises or 1 tortoise? You're a pair of Rigus. I can't beat 2, so we just have to run. I have no hope of capturing one when there's two of them. We just need to keep going around all the tortoises until we find an encounter with one. I know the one out here has a chance of being one. It can still be a pair, but hopefully it's just one. Okay, never mind, game. There should be another one down here. The culling on that makes it look like that tortoise is much closer than it is. Are you all going to be pairs? I just want one, one tortoise, please. An encounter with one tortoise. Alright, we'll try the one we bumped into last run. This one I believe is normally a pair, so yeah. What is this? I think there's one more spot where there's a tortoise. Yeah, this one. Every single one. Double tortoise. Okay, not sure where to go from here. I think the tortoise that respawns in this room is the one that's down the stairs. Hasn't respawned right now. Do we have any other options? Those are always pairs, so they aren't going to do us any good. We can try... We can try look for a fray. But I think they also come in pairs is the problem. Are you getting any of these tortoises respawning? There you go, this one respawns. Still pair. I don't know if this encounter is guaranteed pair. I just don't know. We could try a sacrificial Mardrag, capture a Mardrag. Then, we'll see if we can capture a Frey, though. We'll see if we can find a lone Frey. That one's easy to dodge, this one you can't really dodge. Yeah, we've no hope of capturing these guys. Yeah, I was really hoping for the one turtle, one tortoise. Oh, please leave Levant. Escape. Hooray, damage loop. Okay, should be my turn now. Nope. Never mind. I hate this encounter, it's so annoying. There we go. So, if we can find an encounter of a single Frey, we're probably alright. On account of the fact that they are magic damage dealers. They have very low... I didn't mean to leave again. They have very low physical damage. They have pretty good defense though, so it'll take a while to weaken one. I don't know what we'll do with the Paddle Chews if we just have 3 Paddle Chews now. Right. There's Frey. Okay, they're currently the wrong element. They're water. And I don't fancy having to go back to capture Patimals to make them fire, so we're going to switch elements again. And it's probably going to be a longer run on account of all the captures I need. Since I must capture something in every forest, basically, to advance. The button is over here. I haven't been in this area. Oh, it's still water. Okay. There's like a button here. There you go. And that raises the levels so that you can... I swear that's supposed to... that zone's supposed to switch elements. Yeah. Well, I don't actually... I think if you wrong warp here, it just... I don't think it changes it. Like, I think you just carry on as usual. I think. Can you switch elements, please? Okay, we have to go down there and try and get to switch elements, otherwise. Go on, go down. I can't remember if these guys even chase you. Yeah, they just don't care. But I don't think you can walk around it either. I'll have to fight it. Yeah, so it's 2 of them. Levant, please. Please, Levant. We're not having good luck or a good time with these encounters, I have to say. So there's 2 rooms down here. One of them's the one where Kikinat comes and has a go at you for stealing his stuff. The other one is the wrong warp. Sorry, the warp room, which is this one. We're just looking for a room which switches elements. There we go. Okay, heal Levant. So these be a single encounter. It's not. Do we try anyway? I think we try anyway. These guys are slow. They can cast Agni, I think, 4 times. Once they're out of mana, we should be fine. Oh, I should have equipped that, I should have equipped the equipment we picked up that we usually use to defeat Kikinat, because that increases my magic resist. But that's okay. Am I gonna die here? I might just die here, because this is not gonna be easy. Okay. We're all inning on this. We just want them to run out of mana. That one still definitely has at least 1. Yeah, they are pretty funky looking, unfortunately. Run out of mana, please. Haven't still got one. I know it does. I'm hoping that the top one is now out of mana. There we go. Why does it crit me? That's not very friendly. So they're both out of mana now, but there's still two of them. So I need to get this one weak enough to capture it. I don't think we have any hope of capturing both, realistically. If we could capture both, I will. Or rather, if we can, I will. But I don't think I have enough healing items to outpace the damage that these guys are dealing to me. To be honest, I have no idea if we even win this fight. We may not even be able to capture one. I need additional turns on Levant to capture that fray. They do 12 per hit. We're gonna have one capture attempt on this fray. Just one. And then we're gonna die even if we capture it. So I do not like our odds. We have to capture the fray and die, because we will die. So this is our one try. Oh, it's getting out. Looks like it's going down though. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, Levant dies. There we go. Let's go equip that minion. Oh dear me. Well, that was an ordeal. That was thoroughly unpleasant. Alright, let's go equip that fray. So we didn't need to capture the battle shoes because we got a fray. Just. That was a risky strategy if I ever did see one. If it was just one fray, it would have been easy, but two frays can't do it. Oh, what a disaster. Absolute disaster. Right. There's our options. So we're going to use this one fray to capture Mardregs. And we're going to want a bunch of Mardregs. And to remind myself that I can actually go directly into the forests, because you never do that in the any percent. So, are we on the right element? I can't actually tell. We are. Okay. So we're capture level. How are we capture level 3? Oh no, because we died. Because we died, we didn't gain a capture level. Right, right. I was like, core level 5, how am I still capture level 3? Don't normally die in the process. Okay. Well, this Frey is definitely going to be able to take down Kikinak. Definitely. The only problem is we also need the Frey to take down Squamojas, so we actually need another one. Or we need to defeat Kikinak with Levant. Which is also not very easy. So that should be one Mardrag, hopefully, if it behaves. We are the same level as it. And we should be able to just respawn this Mardrag a couple times to capture more of them. So we should just be able to go back and forward to get this Mardrag back. Back and forward, back and forward. Okay, you're not going to respawn. Give me the Kickleberry, why not? There are obviously Mardrags in the... Oh, I wasn't expecting. That could have been a Mardrag. I was hoping it was. It isn't. Mardrag, would you respawn, please? In the room where... Oh, it respawns here. Huh. Okay. Yeah, if I went to that room that's beyond to go fetch Mardrags, the problem that we would have is they come in pairs there, and it's normally like a Haralko and a Mardrag. Typically. And we can't kill the Haralko. Or rather, if we kill the Haralko, we have to let the Mardrag kill the Frey. Now, the thing I'm scared of is if our Frey gets a critical hit, we have to go and get another one. Extra Shavlika. Right, so 2 Mardrags. I think I want 4, realistically. Did he respawn again already? Yeah, he did. Cool. Yeah, we need to get Squamojers. They're our best bet at taking down Gigo. And the Freys are probably our ticket to doing that. But I don't want to go back down there with my low HP, with my low health Levant with no healing items to try and capture Freys. So you do kind of want to be Kikinak with Levant, but I think orchestrating that is not going to be easy. We could potentially capture an extra Mardrag. Right, capture 1 additional Mardrag for the pure purpose of sacrificing it to Kikinak. Wait, what was that? I didn't read that. Was that a liquor? Or was that oil? I'll see later, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think that's actually probably our safest bet. Capture an additional Mardreg as a sacrifice to the altar of Kikinak. And then spin that Mardreg so we don't accidentally use it later. Because then we violate the rules of the challenge. This challenge is definitely a lot harder to plan for than I had initially thought. But I didn't expect it to be easy to plan for. I kind of expected it to be hard, and it's still harder than I thought. Somehow the end of the game I think is actually easier to plan for than the start. Like, I genuinely think the first half is actually the hard bit. Once we get past like Tuturus, I'm gonna feel pretty comfortable. Kashidra might be a pain. Kashidra's the last part to worry about, since you normally have those level 21s to help you out. That you get from fighting Earth Boss. Alright, this will be our sacrificial Mardreg. How many minions have we caught? We got 3 Arptrons, 3 Paddlechews, which are sadly now going to go unused. We have no use of those Paddlechews anymore. I'll keep them around in the event that for some reason I want them. And they will spin for basically nothing anyway. And we get 5 Mardregs. 5 Mardregs. So that's 11, 12. Including the Frey. Out of the 15 minion limit. For how many you're allowed to have at a time. Okay, let's get out of here and equip that Mardreg. Wouldn't it be cool if you did that wrong warp that you do in the Dark Spider Forest, sorry, the Dark Dragonfly Forest, if you did that here, if that took you straight to the Spider Forest, that would be sick. I don't think it does. Might try it at some point, because if that does work, then that's actually very good. That would save you a lot of time. But I think if it did, then people would do it already. I'm sure that's been checked as soon as people discovered the Dark Dragonfly into Dark Spider. I'm sure they would have immediately gone, what if that works beforehand? What if we can just skip Kikinak? Alright. Sacrificial Mardreg. I did say it'd be this last one. If I can get Levant to finish off Kikinak, I will still do that. Having a 5th Mardreg is not going to be bad if we do get to keep it. Taking damage on Levant's gonna scupper that dream though. We only have so much health and we don't have Mugwort. We don't have healing items. Mugwort. Enunciate properly. Kikinak would have to be very close to death, though, before he switched into Levant. Our regular attack does not do much to him. Yeah, I just think it's very important that we keep the fray. I don't know how easy it's going to be to capture Squamojers, or if we're going to have to use multiple visits. Started pressing the button, but it was a bit too late. Come on. I mean, maybe. Maybe. I don't think so, but maybe. Okay. Always wrong. Always wrong. Okay. What have we got? We've got full health Frey, full health Mardrag, and a partially bruised Levant, and 6 Shablica from all our capturing. We don't want for healing items, we've got plenty of those in the sleep spores. I just want them. They're not going to be very useful to us, but I want them. Okay, hopefully level 5 Frey is strong enough to take down Kikinak. I believe it should be. I think the answer to that question is easily strong enough to take down Kikinak. It may die still, to the fact that it's incredibly slow. But if the Frey dies, that's not the end of the world, because we have the sacrificial Mardrag. Alright, so we don't want to kill him with the Frey, because we want that. Go level 3, punch him to death. Mardrag will also probably get a double turn taken away from it by Kikinak. It's looking pretty good for Levant taking down the Mardrag, I'm not gonna lie. I think the Mardrag might die here. Oh, if we get away with this. Yes! We didn't level up a minion. Well, that couldn't have gone better, I'm not gonna lie. That genuinely could not have gone any better. Right, so we have still got a level 5 Frey and level 3 Mardrag, and we don't have to lose it. It'd be pretty cool if we could get Levant to kill every boss, so that we never see a level up, but that's gonna be so ridiculously hard. Let's get Marba to heal us. Normally wouldn't, but we are going to be fighting Squamojers, so we need that health. I am a little bit concerned about how much damage the Squamojers are going to do to our poor Frey. Squamojers are also slow, which will help us. Oh, Marbu's going to have a chat with us. Because we've completed the Dragonfly Forest, we must now have a chat with Marbu. I think I actually will complete this sequence so that she gives us the Nagi belt. Because I think it increases our defense. You can just leave right away and be an uncaring ass. But if you talk to her about all the topics, or possibly just about her, then oh, I don't need to do that. There we go. Then she gives us the Nagi belt when we leave. There we go. Let's equip that Nagi belt now. What's it do? Protects against cold and battle. No idea what that means. Maybe it gives you increased escape odds? Maybe. I'm not going to mind if it does. I have no idea what it does. I never thought that hard about it. Alright, blue dragon I think is what we want. Didn't do it in time. So the Squamojers are the highest level minion we can capture here. Is the Squamoj. I think we want to do this when it's blue. I might be a little bit early. Yeah. You can tell I'm not that focused right now, I'm too busy thinking. That's the wrong element again. If it is the wrong element when we get to the other side, then I think there is an element transition back there. You can wrong warp from the other side into this room, but I do not. I've never actually tried that one actually. I don't know how hard it is. Oh, come on. Normally I'd just be trying every single time. I would just memorize what colour the snakes were when I got there. Come on. That looks early again. You can tell it's like 1 pixel difference between whether or not it's right or wrong. Come on, stop messing up. Actions aren't with me today, it seems. Maybe. Honestly, I just want to try it to... Oh no, that's definitely early. I'm blind. How was that right? It did not look right at all to me. Okay. Ah, red snakes. Okay. Snakes are red. We need to switch their element. It should have been green dragon. When we wanted to go. So, how do I switch the element here? You can definitely do it. I just can't remember where you need to go to switch elements. Oh, I didn't expect it to hit me. What level are these anyway? 8. So we're gonna have to kill Giga with level 8. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, it gives us regen. That's useful. We have regen now. That would make capturing Mardrex way easier. I can't remember if it's like a different room up here or if it's treated as the same room. Treated as the same room, okay, so that won't switch the elements. Oh, maybe if we go back to... If we go back this way, we'll have to... Yeah, we have to fight this thing now, but... I thought the snake was gonna get turn on us there. I'm not used to that regen happening. Yeah, I don't know if the room immediately to the left of this is an element switching room. It might be. Like the room down here. There's the barrier we can't go through. It's glowing like we can go through it, but we can't. We actually can't go through it. So if that switches elements, then we're good. Got a treasure chest up here? I feel like there is. Just want to see. Oh no, there's... What's this? Oh, an excellent looker. I'm exploring the forests for the first time in God knows how long. I don't know where anything is anymore. There we go. That's what we wanted. Oh, why is there a Patakuga now? Go away. I don't want to fight a Patakuga. I just wanted the Squamoj. Well, we'll see if we have any chance at actually capturing Squamoj while there is a Patakuga here, but I don't like the look of it. Yeah, there's Horn plus power. And then it's going to do regular attacks on us. Yeah, I don't think we can... I don't think we have any chance of capturing this mode when it has a friend with it. Thankfully, Squamoj's only, they can only use their Winter Tap plus power one time. Because it costs so much mana. I say thankfully, that's actually going to be a major problem for us when it comes to fighting Gigo. There we go, just a Squamoj. That's what we wanted. Let's heal Frey. So Squamoj's are slow, which is a positive for us. However, Squamoj has 148 HP. Which is a major minus. It's going to be quite hard to capture. And we do need to capture, you know, 3 of them. All those Shablickers we've hoarded up till now are all going to be used on just capturing Squamoj. Yeah, I was going to say it should live that. Oh, it gets a double. Okay. Okay, never mind. Alright then. Well, we're only going to get one Squamoj, it seems. I guess we'll go home with this Squamoj, purify it, use the Squamoj to obtain more Squamojs. Oh dear. And yes, this Mardrag is lamb to the slaughter, unfortunately. This is not a friendly challenge, I have to say. Come here, Squamoj. No, don't get a turn. Oh no, it was the heal. I was like, there's no way a Squamoj gets a turn on me when I switch in, surely. Okay, just please get in the cocoon. Get in. Don't escape. Get in. Oh, thank God. Okay, let's equip this Squamoj, because Frey is dead. We should probably try and capture something in the Moth Forest when we get there, just so Levant isn't 4 levels below a Squimmel when we go to capture that. So we just want 3 Squamojas. Just 3 of them. It's not a lot. But importantly, having a level 8 will make capturing more level 8s way, way, way easier. Rather than using a level 5. Look at this mess that we've got going on here. We may have to like spin those paddle shoes just to make space. We do of course now have to get... We have to do the wrong one once again. That is something we do have to do. I was like, can I get it first try? No. It'd have been cool if that worked. But I'm not that good. That's still not right. Yeah, okay. I'm learning. Okay, this will be Squamoj number 2. Battle of the Squamojas. This is not going to be an entertaining fight at all. They're really pretty though, aren't they? The textures they have for the snakes in this game are all really, really good. They are so pretty. My Squamoj just slightly in the lead by like 1 damage. Part of me wishes the Squamojos appeared later on so that like the final texture of our minions could be the Squamojo texture. One more should still be within. There we go. I was a little bit risky because it could have done wind attack plus power on us there, and then we would have had a harder time. A bit of a rougher time of it. I can't help that they have the best texture in the game. Okay, cool. So part of the reason why we want 3 of them is I need to heal that Squamoj so that it can fight again. So part of the reason why we need the... I think we can get a respawn by just doing this? Yeah, there we go. We need 3 because they only get their wind attack once. They have 35 mana, but they only get the wind attack one time. I will have to use my wind horn attack to keep up with the enemy Squamoj now. There we go. So one thing to consider once we get to level 18 and we have our wind minions is, do we give them wind plus power or just regular wind attack? Realistically, we kind of want them to have... regular wind attack. But we may get away with giving, like, if we give them plus power, that'll make it easier for them to take down Kashidra, I think. Like, I think with plus power that would help a lot against specifically Kashidra. But against Delpha now, we're probably better off with regular. So it's just kind of hard to tell what the optimal thing to do is with regards to that. Okay, we've got our 3 Squamojos. So if we want to make sure they have access to both, what we can do is capture Hackaroos, who I believe have wind on the claw. I believe I'm right in saying that. I may look it up during one of these cinematic sequences that we have to watch. I'll just see if they have it on the horn. Sorry, not the horn. I'm pretty sure it's on the claw. If not, we can go and capture Skeebs from the Beetle Forest, which I know don't have it on the horn. Yes, these 3 Squamojos that we've caught are going to have to take down the poacher. And we are capture level 9 and a half, I think. which should be fine for capturing a squirrel, I think. We of course don't have an earth minion to help us capture the squirrel. That's going to be a bit of a problem. The squirrels do only have their regular attack anyway, but they do have drain HP. There'll be a bit of a dodgy one, I think. You can definitely capture like a water swab though, or something like that to get our capture level up, and then use that to capture squirrels if necessary. Right. So if these three Squamojas can't beat Poacher, which I think would be a bit crazy if they couldn't beat Poacher, with 3 of them, then there's nothing more to do and the run is lost. It all comes down to the Squamoj. Do we have enough space? Yeah, we do. I will verify that I did indeed equip all three Squamojas. There we go. So these 3 Squamojas must take down Poacher. This is one of the harder ones to do just because we can't capture anything in the Moth Forest to use for the fight. You have to use the minions you got before the Moth Forest. I think that's also partially why the final Poacher seems to be the easiest one. None of them are particularly hard, but I feel like for some reason the Moth Forest Poacher is the easiest of the 3. Right. So she's going to do that. I'm going to quickly check if the Hackaroo does indeed have wind attack on. Sorry, that was me mistyping. Hackaroo. Yeah, it's Fang. Yeah, we can use a Hackaroo. So yeah, if we want to get wind attack on our minions, we can use a Hackaroo. Wind attack plus nothing, that being. So maybe we'll capture some Hackaroos as well. Just 2, we won't need more than that. To be fair, we're only gonna have like 2 Squamojas after this anyway. I don't expect us to be able to keep all 3 Squamojas after the Poacher fight. We will once again try. We'll see if we can manage it. Levant can hit Poacher a fair few times before requiring healing, and we will have healing items. It just depends on how low we can get the Poacher to be. Alright, there we go. No visit to the village square this time. Those sleep spores will actually come in handy though, because we aren't going to fight the the Asher. Because there's no point. Can't gain levels from it. We could capture it, I suppose, but oh, I didn't mean to exit the menu. I wanted to equip my Riquette's garb. Oh well, do that in a bit. I assume that the Moth Forest is basically the ruins of, I would guess, a city based on like all the brickwork that was swallowed by the forest. Oh, I didn't mean to run past the key there. Need the key. That's all I can assume. It's been so long since I've actually played through this the normal way, where you actually experience the lore. I don't really remember. Right, let's get Riquette's garb on us before we forget. And we'll continue to have an Argy belt. Regen is actually kind of cool. We will switch it out for a choker later. Sparrow's Ruff, rather. Not choker. You can get choker, but Sparrow's Ruff is better. March of the Squamojers is what this is. So as long as whichever Squamoj that kills Gigoat dies in the fight, it won't gain EXP. We do not do a lot of damage. Gigoat's probably going to get extra turns on us. We're going to defend for the mana. Yeah, there's the extra turn. Did he regenerate enough? Just. So I don't want... I don't really want that Squamoj to die yet. I do want it to get the finishing hit on Gigoat, because that's just a bit more optimal. But I need Gigoat to be closer to death. We may we'll see if this kills Gigoat, and if it doesn't, we'll kill the other one. Or no, I shouldn't. Part of me's like, do I use Levant? Eh? I shouldn't use Levant. They're both on the same HP, but this one still has its mana, so we'll try and use this one. So that's Gigoat dead. Now Poacher will kill this Squamoj. And that prevents a level up from occurring. Switch into our healthy Squamoj. So we just need to get Poacher close enough to death so that Levant can finish them off. Let's defend again. Go back up to that 20 mana. How much is that? 33? I think that's exactly the life of the remaining Squamoj, so it wouldn't get... Oh, that's not nice. That's very unfriendly, Poacher. I think just one more from this Squamoj, then we switch into Levant. I think Levant can handle it from here. We have got that HP regen, which is going to help a little bit. There we go, that should be a comfortable Levant kill on the Poacher. And we get to keep all our snakes. There's only 2 more bosses we'd actually have to kill with Levant in order to get the no level ups occur at all. I'm still glad I didn't put that constraint on my run in the first place. But we may complete it that way anyway. It's possible. It's not likely, but it's possible. The fire and earth bosses are much harder to kill that way, I think. If you get them low enough just by happenstance, then obviously you're fine, but I'm just going to let this Chulia fight us, and we're just going to run from it. We have the HP to absorb the damage it can deal, and then I think, honestly, we might out-heal it with the Narky Belt anyway. There we go. So of the 4 bosses that we want Levant to kill, we've killed 2 of them. We haven't had any minion attrition yet. We didn't necessarily need all 3 Squamojers. Could have healed the Squamojers that we already had. And done it with 3, but I'm glad that we did it that way anyway. Does mean we get to keep the healing items. I don't know if we actually need to buy healing items. We're going to buy Little Bird, of course. And like the equipment is going to be the same as always. And so is like the Deva's Mirror, we're going to need that. But we've got all those seals still. And I think that compensates for all the money that we would have had to have gained from selling all our stuff. I want to keep the Tendai, because when we go from the Earth boss to the Chosen One, a minion, at least one minion, is going to have to die to stop the level up occurring. Realistically, I don't want to have to hit Delphinel with Levant. I'd say this is going smoothly, but I personally don't think it is. The Frey mishap, well, not the Frey mishap, the Tortoise mishap at the start. The Paddle Choose we don't need. And losing the Frey while we went to go capture the Squamojers. It's been a bit rough. Just a little bit rough. The problem now is capturing the Squimals. So we had those 3 Arpatrons. I actually forgot to see if those Arpatrons still had water attack, but I think there's another minion we can get it from anyway. If we really need to get it from another place. slow motion walking. Yeah, we're ultimately going to capture a gyral and 2 spirals, and that'll be our base minions for the final section. Sadly, we can't capture multiple gyros to like buff the stats or whatever, because that would cause a level up. But that'll be our final base minions, will be gyros and spirals. So the question now becomes, do I try to capture hackaroos first? Like 2 hackaroos? Or do I try and capture the squimmels first? I think we try and capture the squimmels, really. They're like priority 1, really. If we have 2 squimmels, we should be able to beat... Sorry, we should be able to defeat Turris, I think. They don't have the stats like Arbitron does, but you can defeat Turris with just 1 Arbitron at level 12. So I think 2 squimmels merged with Arbitrons should be fine. And then that last Arbitron is just for the gyral we get at the end. But everything we've just put redundancy with everything in the event that we lose a minion. It's the only like vaguely safe way to play this. Nope, didn't mean to go into weapons. Supplies. Sell. Yeah, there's plenty of money from that. 3 skeleton keys we found. 2 great walnuts. How many of these do we have? 3, 2. Yeah, we have like all the healing items we need. We'll sell the silver crown. That'll be for bitter mugworts. And then we equip the sparrow ruff. Sell the oh, never mind. No point in selling the Nagi belt, it's worth nothing. And now we get a bunch of bitter mugworts, like 7. Get 1 fine liquor. And then like 2 regular mugwort, just to use up the rest of our money. Okay. Our minions are still dead, if I remember. So we do need to go speak to Ra. Okay, let's go get ourselves some squimmels. This may be a case of we can only successfully capture one squirrel, then we have to use that squirrel to get another one. That is always something that may be true. Should be a water swab, so I can't even remember their names again. Chicatas? I think? Something like that. It is so much easier to remember, but it's not that. That's the Eternal Corridor equivalent. Alright, sleep spores. Come on, brain. You bought the sleep spores for a reason, you're supposed to use them. I don't even know if the other one will be dodgeable now. I don't know if I can be bothered to use them, I may as well hold on to them. Yeah, I'll use them. It's in a spot that I should be able to go around. Just have to go around the right, I think. There you go. That may be the wrong element for the mantises. In fact, I think it is. So I'm going to go back through here to make it fire again. And then we'll carry on, and that should make them the right element. Let me just check that it is the right element. Yeah, okay, cool. Onwards. Yeah, once we've got the squimals, we'll come back with our merged squimals and we will acquire some hackaroos. So the tricky part here is we're fighting level 12 with a level 8. And the level 12 has lifesteal. I think they're also quite a lot faster than our snakes. So I am anticipating this needing to use multiple snakes together. I should probably block for the mana. Yeah, one more wind attack plus power. That's probably faster. But the squirrel will start draining our health. Nope, double turn. Squirrel will only drain our health if it's below half. But we're probably going to have to drain it of all of its mana before we have any chance of capturing it. I'm hoping that if we block, it will still try to drain. Okay, good. It will now not, so I have to hit it again. They have a lot of mana, so they're just going to drain a lot of HP. You out yet? There you go, I think it's out of mana. And we'll need to switch to our last snake. I only used 3 minions to take down a squirrel of all things, Jesus. How much does that do? 29. Okay, it should be able to take one more hit. There we go. So now all Levant needs to do is capture this squirrel. Then I guess I heal all of my minions. And then go and try capture a second one. We'll probably do that by fighting one of the squirrels, running away. Just so we can use, I think, the fine liquors will then be enough. They might be enough anyway, because our minions do not have much health. Let's see. So we have only have one fine, so Shab. Yeah, we'll run away from one squirrel. And then we'll fight that third one, and we'll capture that. And then hopefully 2 squirrels merged with our patrons will be enough. If it's not, we can get a third one. So then we have the problem of we've used a Deva's Mirror to find out that it's not a... Oh, I forgot to actually heal them. Good job, me. We can respawn it, it's fine. Not the end of the world. There we go. I know they're still not quite on full health, but they're close enough. We don't need to get this squirrel quite as low because we are now capture level 12. Squirrel block's a little bit annoying. Just a little bit. We don't mind if any of the squirmojers die to the squirrel though. We only care that we capture the squirrel. So this is probably death for this squirmoj. There we go. Squirmoj number 2 comes in. And now it's our fight against the draining HP effect of the squirrel. I think it has 5 of them. It has the mana for 5, possibly 6. I never keep track. So that's 3. And this will probably be death for this squirmoj. There's 4, and then it'll again at double turn, which is death for this squirmoj. So, okay, there we go, it's out now. I thought it had a... I actually lost count. Was that 5? Was that 5 or 4? I lost count. Even when I'm supposed to pay attention, I can't do it. Attention span isn't there. We'll switch to Levant now and probably hit it one more time. And then start trying to capture. There we go. Levant has quite a lot more speed. Okay, cool. Now I just want two hackaroos. Then we'll merge. Once we capture the hackaroos, we'll obviously go straight to trying to clear the forest with our two squirrels. We'll merge the hackaroos with the snakes. And because otherwise we won't have enough space left to do it any other way, so we'll do that. And then we're basically in the clear biome after that. So let's equip the squirrels first. Oh. There we go. Squirrel with an Arpatron. So, yeah, they don't have the best attack. So we're going to have 50 mana, which is it's decent. It's lower than Arpatron would normally have at this level and much lower attack, to be honest. But important thing, doesn't gain a level. Okay. We haven't had any accidents with minions critical hitting when they shouldn't, leading to level ups. I say before we completely stuff it up in the ending. Let's go get some hackaroos. We'll hold on to our sleep spores at this point. I'm just going to run from the swaths. So this time we want them to be water. It's also going to put us at capture level 14, which is going to be a little bit low. Could you not, Levant? Could you please leave the battlefield? I could actually kill that swath because our minion wouldn't gain enough EXP to level up, but I'd rather not do that. So I'm going to go forward, then back, then forward. Because that'll turn them into hackaroos. There we go, hackaroo. And our objective is to capture 2 of these. Oh, that's a freaky looking mantis. So we're just going to use regular attacks to get it down. If it does a lot of damage to us, we'll just drain HP from it. The attack stacked, I believe, specifically is something that benefits... Oh, okay. The drain HP... Sorry. The attack stat is something that I believe benefits a lot from you actually leveling. Okay, I guess Hakaroos are resistant to having their health drained. It's something that benefits greatly from actually leveling the minion. I believe, at least. So I think if you capture like a level 20 of a minion and then compare it to a level 2 that you raised to level 20, the level 2 will end up with more attack. And that's something that we don't have the advantage of in this challenge, because we must always use... Our best shot is capturing minions that are already high level, so we don't get that carry forward of the attack stat growth. Okay, that's probably weak enough. Yeah, our capture level 13, so we don't need to get it that weak. I just don't want to risk losing a Squimble to a critical hit, causing the Hakaroo to die and us just losing a Squimble with an Arptron, because the Arptron is not replaceable. Which is why we caught a third one. Because in the event that we lose the Squimbles, we'll still have an Arptron left over for the gyro at the end. Ah, but a Mugwall, that's pretty good. So there's the other Hakaroo. We'll use this Squirrel. We also don't have the hidden plus 10% damage. Arptron, actually, to be fair, Squirrels might have it. Squirrels probably do have it. The plus 10% damage to special attacks. Okay, this one's decided that it does want to use special attacks on us. And they do a lot of damage to us. We are going to switch to the other Squimble. Stop blocking! Sweat Hakaroos. Just give me... Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Hakaroo? If I just try capturing it at like really high HP. You know, I'll give it a shot, let's see what happens. It might work, well, it can work. It's not a 0% chance. It's just not very good either. Okay, what is our capture luck this run? We've had so many minions that have been very risky to try and capture, and it's just worked every time. It's weird, it's freak. We have a Tendai. That will be something that will help us should our Squirrels not be strong enough. Switch into Levant and use a Tendai. Sleep Spore here to help us get past any enemies that could trouble us. Sleepy Swab. It's a shame there's no way around that guy. If you could run around him, there'd be practically no need for the wrong warp to save time on the previous screen. There we go. We of course will heal up before attempting Fire Boss. We'd be crazy not to. The question becomes, can we finish off Fire Boss with Levant as well? I have to actually use... I think we'll use 2 sharps on this one. If we manage to defeat Fire Boss with finishing off with a Levant attack, we'll make a point to try to finish Earth Boss off with the Levant attack as well. We'll make a point to see if we can defeat every boss with Levant. Or finish them off with Levant, so we truly never see a level up screen. Not just this minion is banned because it leveled up. But that will be pretty tricky to execute. Endeavor's Mirror the first Squimble. Bring forth the first sacrifice. These levels kind of do mean a lot here. So I've actually no idea how this is going to go. That's probably the best thing we can see. Yeah, that definitely is what we want to see from Tuturus. Lots of that, please. We are probably partially resistant to Mana Drain. Yeah, and no one's received a level up as of yet. None of our minions have gained a level and had to be sacrificed. We've always had them die to, Could you stop that, please? This is why we brought the tender. Oh, nice. The one time I get a critical hit on Tuturus, it's not during the 80% run. It's when I'm using a flippin' Squimble. Okay, so this one will die. I'm fine with that. And then we'll finish off Tuturus with the second Squimble. We'll heal the second Squimble if need be. During fighting the Fire Boss, and then we'll see if we can get him low enough so that Levant can finish him off. Poison Tails do make me very nervous with this Squimble though. Why must I do this to myself? Why must I curse myself this way? Yeah, we have a 10 die. I'd rather not use it yet. But it's not the end of the world if we do have to use it. We can also give Squimoja a try at the Fire Boss himself, why not? My only worry about healing this Squimble is that it is still poisoned, so it'll die pretty quickly. You know, I think we 10 die the Squimble. So this boss may drop a Tendai, and the Earth boss may drop a Tendai, but we do want one. When it comes to taking down the Earth boss, we want a Tendai at that point. Will we have one? I don't know. If not, we may just die to the level 8 Squamoj versus Fire Boss. Why not? Why not? Take him down, Squamoj. Beat his ass. I'm actually surprised that both of those attacks hit him. Yeah, Squamoj will die now. Probably. In fact, I say he'll die now. I'm gonna let him die now. Give him a few free attacks on the Fire Boss. We'll Tendai the first Squimble. The Tendai will heal the poison from the second one. Okay, and we'll switch straight into it so Levant is healthy. And we just want to get Fire Boss low. We don't want to kill him. We want to get him low. So we're just going to use regular attacks. I want to say one more and then Levant. Yeah, we'll switch into Levant after this. Yeah, Fire Boss turn on us. How much does he do? 73 from 100, so 27. Okay. Alright. No level ups from that fight. We just have to kill the Earth boss without anyone leveling up. It's the one obstacle left. The one thing that's going to be a bit annoying is that we're going to have to wrong warp into the Dark Spider Forest a number of times. Like, that's going to be a necessary step. Because we need to capture the spirals. And capturing one spiral might take all of our minions. Because the spiral's level 18 and we have level 12s. We're in level 12s. So we can capture something in the dark Dragonfly Forest, or we just go straight for the spirals. I'm gonna try going straight for the spirals. Yeah, the reason why I want to get those Hackaroos is so that we have wind attack plus nothing and wind attack plus power on our minions for the Kashidra fight. So let's switch out the Squamoj with a Hackaroo. I think we'll switch them both out with a Hackaroo because they have much better stats than the Squimbles. And then we'll merge them both with a Squamoj. Which does hurt their speed and their mana, but importantly, doesn't level up. The most important thing is it doesn't gain a level. Which one's not merged? This one's not merged. There we go. Alright, we're healed up. Let's go try and capture. Do our very best with our capture level 14, is it? To capture a level 18 spiral. Or a gyral, either works. The swim will help us capture the spiral, but the other two won't be so useful against it. Problem being, spiral has a lot more power. It's very strong, it's very fast. But if we can capture a spiral, we're basically in. This section will take quite a bit of time, though, on account of the fact that I'm gonna have to do this wrong multiple times. And no matter how many times I fail it, I am not defeating the wind boss. I am not going to take that fight. Any other challenge, and I get frustrated with that wrong warp, sure, I'll take down the wind boss just so I don't have to try to do it anymore. But no level up challenge, I'm not gonna fight an extra boss. When I'm done, I just quietly change the rule set so it says I could never level anything up or the run dies. Just quietly make that change, even though I've been talking about it the whole time. Pretend that was always the requirement. I mean, to be fair, it's the desirable way to do it. I just didn't make that rule because I thought it would be a massive pain to deal with. It wouldn't be that entertaining if I got 2 hours or something into a run and then a minion crits something and levels up. I don't have that kind of time in my life. If this was like, if I was doing this full time, then sure I'd have done that, but I'm not even doing this part time. So I'm definitely not doing that. I don't even know if level 12s can take down a level 8. Well, no, they must be able to. They must be able to. 3 level 12s? I mean, to be fair, it took 3 level 8s to take down 1 level 12. But that was for a 4 level gap. This is now a 6 level gap that we're trying to bridge here. Which is quite a bit more. First try? Yeah, first try. Straight in. I am a god. No. Okay, so we want... So these guys wouldn't be bad captures either to help us capture spirals if necessary. You capture an earth dragon, an earth babenza, I can't remember their names again. Use that to take down a water gyral, and that would probably work as a means to capturing the gyrals. But the only thing we actually care about is the gyrals and spirals, so we're going to try and capture them instead straight away. We'll see if we can just get it straight up. One problem we may have is Levant can't take many hits from a gyral before dying. And I still don't know if it's better if we try and capture the spiral or the gyrals first. I think we just take whatever we get. Okay, so it's a gyral. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the fact that we have pure air minions means that I can use Deva ulti. Okay. He's a spindly dog thing. I quite like that, to be fair. Yeah, that's a lot of damage, isn't it? It does nothing. It does nothing. God, Hakaru's have got a dodger. Okay, it's okay. We're now going to use the power one. Because this Hakaru is going to die. We must now switch to Hakaru number 2. So the idea here is this gyral will be merged with the Squimals and Arpatron. I need to pay attention to how much damage that did. I think I can hit it with regular wind, and that should get it weak enough. Okay, we're gonna have to try and capture it at that amount, because I don't think we can hit it again without... Oh yeah, that ability only uses like 5 mana. I was like, how is it using it so much? And it's like, I think it only does 5 mana for it, instead of 10. So we need to capture the gyral. This is the last large jump in capture levels that we need to succeed at doing. So I'm a little bit nervous for this one. Because it's also the biggest jump. Yeah, the gyral's getting out, I think. Is it not? Is it not? Oh my god. What is that? What is this? This is not legal. Okay. We got one. We're evidently, based on the health of our minions, we're not getting another one. We're leaving. We're getting that spiral set up, and that gyral set up. We're gonna use that gyral to get the spiral. Use the gyral, get the spiral. Set up the spirals, try to finish the game. So we have to wrong walk back into the spider forest two more times. To be fair, I quite like how this is going so far. I will need to pay attention to the amount of mana that the gyral ends up with. I don't want it ending up with less mana than it should have. So let's equip the gyral first. I could have just pressed that one first. So we got 40. So normally you want like nearly 50 attack for the end. We got 43. So if we merge straight up with an Arpatron, we lose health, we gain speed. There's Rend Wings. That's what it looks like. Bit weird. Bit wonky. If we merge it with one of our Squimals first. Okay, similar thing. So I think we merge it with... a Squimmal. Then we merge it with Arpatron. We lose a little bit more health, but we go up to 60 mana. And the 4 extra mana may be useful. We have Absorb HP on it now as well. So that gyral is now done. We now need to use that gyral to capture some spirals. And that spiral is going to be merged with our Hakaroos and then all of the Mardregs we caught at the start of the game. The Paddle Chew and the Frey just sort of get to hang out. The pointless Paddle Chew captures. I should also check. I don't remember if we got a Tendai from the fire boss. I will check now, but we'll have to try and make sure only one minion dies if we do indeed have a Tendai. No, we don't have one. Okay, we have to try. A minion has to die. Maybe we sell everything we have left over excess, buy another Tendai, because we are going to need one. We're going to need at least one. Of course, the Earth Boss may drop one for us, but if it doesn't, then we end up fighting Kashidra with only 2 minions, and I have to wrong warp again into the Dark Spider Forest. And we're already having to do this wrong warp 3 times. I'd rather not have to do it a 4th. Especially given all the encounters we have to run away from as well on top of that. I guess because Levant's attack has an element attached to it now, with Little Bird, that maybe it does a bit more damage against the bosses. It might be a slightly wonky angle. No, okay, it's fine. We're doing good on that one. We're way better at that wrong warp than we used to be. At least this gives us plenty of practice on that particular wrong warp for the 80% runs. Are you fire? I don't know if it's fire yet, but we'll. If it isn't, we'll go all the way back over there and switch the elements around. Yeah, it's not. Okay. We're gonna go all the way over here. Go back to where we were. I should have looked at the dragon. Dragon would tell me. Dragon needs to be... Yeah, those guys need to be Earth. So dragon needs to be Earth? Alright, it's that room which switches the elements. Through we go. So you have elemental advantage with our gyral against those spirals, which will help. We need 2 of these. We did sacrifice a bit of our health. Thankfully, one of the stats that isn't impacted by whether or not you level up the minion. It's so goofy looking. Okay, we can't do that twice or we kill the spiral. Is so lopsided. Oh, it's so funky. It's such a goofy looking minion. Anyway, is that the speed stat isn't affected by that. So we will still have like any extra turns we would have gained or anything like that. We still get those. I'm actually a little bit scared that if our gyro critical hits one of these spirals, it might kill it. At which point we lose the gyro. Which would be a bit of a heavy blow. It is why I held back one of the squirrels. So that if we lose this gyro, I can make one more. It's so goofy looking. I love that it's goofy looking, but it is very goofy looking. A block. $199. One more attack on our gyro. There we go. And then go for the Levant capture. I've said it many times before, but I stand by it. Spiral is the strongest minion in the game. Not in the wild because it doesn't have any elemental abilities, but it is. And, you know, Rend Wings isn't exactly great, but it is such a good minion. Have we had any captures fail this entire run? I don't think we have. I think every single time we've gone for a capture, it has worked. Except maybe Mardrek. No. Even then, I think even then we still got it. I don't know. I'll have to check the replay. I'll just go through and watch every capture and see if it worked every time. But okay. We should be done collecting minions now. All the minions in the game that we need. There's only one boss fight where we need to worry about. Yeah, I haven't seen one fail. That I can remember, at least. I mean, I've been watching all of them, but I don't pay enough attention. I autopilot way too hard when playing this game these days. I'm not even watching, I'm just like, yeah, that worked, yeah, that went. I don't remember any of it. Alright, let's equip. So it's important that while doing this, we don't cause any level ups. So merge the spirals with, so if we merge with that, get the abilities we want, but we don't keep, okay, so let's go with the Mardrakes first. So Mardrakes come at the cost of mana is the thing. Increase in defense is good though, and we do have to do this anyway. Because we need to make them air, so we just have to accept this is what's going to happen now. Spiral with a Mardrake. And then Spiral with a Hackaroo. Oh nice, that puts us at 50 mana. And that gives us a pure wind minion. To get the Deva multi, this family history would have to be all air. But we can't use Deva multi anyway. Because the arena condition is fixed by the Earth Boss himself. And then Kashidra obviously switches it themselves. I don't know if you can actually fight against Kashidra's elemental thing. You might be able to. Like switch Kashidra's element. So like Kashidra's earth changes the arena to earth and then you like instantly change it to wind. I don't know if you can do that. Oh, interesting. Oh wait, that's the Squamoj, not the Hacker. I was like, what's wrong here? This doesn't look right. Why does the result look different? There we go. Okay. We are done. Yeah. It would be pretty cool. Like, it would be a pretty good way of getting extra damage onto him. If you could, but I don't think we're going to bother trying. Well, we aren't going to try doing that. I can't capture any more Hackaroos now. We're locked into the minions that we have. Yeah, so... Oh, I forgot to go back to the shop. Gotta go back to the shop. Because we need to sell everything we don't need to get a Tendai. Oh, no, he can't, if the arena element is wind, then it can't be changed to earth. It's a bit weird, but it's true. You can't change it to an arena element that is weak against the element that it currently is. Which I know is a bit of a lopsided way of saying that, but it's true. But it is correct. Alright. Buy a Tendai. So we can only have one minion die to... Oh, she's going to talk to us about her father now. There we go. So we can only have one minion die to Delphi now. We of course are going to have a minion die, but hopefully it won't be to Delphi now. Hopefully our spirals are strong enough. Yeah, it's a nice mechanic. It also stops you, like, in the two-player mode, I guess. Doing the thing where, you're just both switching the element backwards and forwards. Granted, the two-player mode's not exactly fleshed out. It's an old game, so... Yeah, the arena change just fails. You use Deva Ulvi, and if Deva Multi was already used, it just stays yellow. The arena doesn't become green. Mana still gets consumed and everything. Oh, it's running. It's blocking. I love it when they do this because you can just walk right past them. It runs away from you because we're so much higher level. I can't remember if every enemy does that, but I've seen. I think Squasps and yeah, like even the Doomgul's doing it now. They don't want anything to do with us. They move way faster when they're running away from you. I don't know what triggers that because it seems to not be a consistent behavior. I assumed it was to do with minion level. We've come back to this forest many times before with way higher level minions and they don't run away from us. Maybe it's tied to capture level specifically. Because I don't tend to have that high of a capture level. Well, you know, we've not seen the level up screen and we've not caused any level ups by merges, and that's all that counts. I think that might be early. Oh, I could have been 3 for 3. Regret. That's right though. Yeah, like I don't know if it's based on Levant's capture level or if it's based on your minion level. It's kind of hard to tell because it doesn't seem that consistent anyway. We've come back. I think we've come back with capture level 19 before and it's still not worked. Anyway. We don't care about what element this dragon is, we just want to wrong warp. Based on the can-do attitude. Maybe. Maybe. Alright, we've just got to get this wrong warp now. I think that's right. It's hard to tell with this one, but I think that's right. Nice. So we have all our herbs and spices for our minions in Levant. We just need successful escapes here. I wonder how hard it is when you do a if you do like an Artron only run, so you reach the end of the game with a capture level of 1, and you go into the Eternal Corridor, and you go to capture a minion. How many tries do you think it would take before you manage to gain 19 capture levels in one fight? I explain how we always got stuck as kids. Yeah, you get kicked out of the forest. We died earlier. We caught the fray and then died. So Levant didn't gain a capture level. Actually, that's the way you could do Levant capture level 1. You just make sure every fight you take is a double fight and you die every time. You capture a minion, just Levant dies. Stays capture level 1. The first minion you could capture would have to be a Mardreg or Heralco in the double fight in the Dragonfly Forest, or a Squoot. Squoot in the Beetle Forest, that would work. Yeah, we always got stuck as kids because we often had multiple elements of our minions, and that makes the minion weaker in both elements. So if you have like 50% fire, 50% wind, then your fire and wind attacks are weaker. And we just liked having multiple elements in our minions, and it was just always bad. So we'd always end up with really weak minions as a consequence. Plus, you picked your minion merges based on how good they looked, or how much you liked how it looked, or how much you liked the base minion, not on how good the minion actually is. Okay, here we go. Mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Which spiral will beat them all? No, it's not gonna work. Okay. Who's this one? Also, you may have noticed that I merged my minions specifically so that they would have the snake skin at the end. Oh my god, it's crippled! Oh no! Oh no! What is this? Oh my god! Yeah, so I'm not worried about Delphinel, because normally you fight Delphinel with a level 18 Mardreg anyway. You'd have more attack normally with that Mardreg than with these spirals, I believe. But we aren't going to have any troubles killing Delphinel. Well, I said it earlier that I would love to finish the game with a snake skin minion. So I got 2 of them. So I can only have 1 spiral die during this fight, but I do have to have 1 die. We got a double turn. So it's probably going to be this spiral. Sure, just regular attack. Bonk. This is the one that has the mirror on, so if it's about to die anyway, that's fine. Okay, so this spiral is... Oh, you know what? He's stomped, so this spiral will probably kill him. There we go. And now Earth Boss needs to kill our spiral. Thank you. Thank you, Earth Boss. And now we need to weaken the Earth Boss without killing him. We're going to use the air spiral because if we're going to lose any minion, it should be one of the two airs that we have, an air and a water, for the final fight. We're not going to use plus power. We may not end up just not using that at all. I do need to use a regular attack because it's kind of hard to gauge. It's hard to gauge how much damage we do to him. We're going to use a regular attack here. You can take one more regular attack, I think. Which one? Delphinel's or ours? Like our minion or Delphinel's fall? I guess it's the same, but Delphinel has the clunk at the end, actually. Like, the only real difference is Delphinel has that clunk as he hits the ground. Alright, Levant. Punch him. When I say punch him, it's cut him with the knife. Come with the knife, Levant, do it. Yeah, it's the same noise. There's a clunk when Delphinel falls. No level up, so there's just 1x to get there. Okay. Revive that one. Okay. 3 level 18s versus Kashidra. And there have been no minion level ups all game. The final question now is, can we do the same with the Chosen One? Can we kill him with Levant as well? Can we kill everyone with the Levant? It was actually much easier than I thought to finish off the bosses with Levant. Maybe I should have specified that as the challenge, but it seems that's going to be what we do anyway. Time is called when we kill the Chosen One, so level ups after the Chosen One dies doesn't matter. You've still completed the game without doing any level ups. But if we can kill the Chosen One with Levant as well, just for that, you know, extra brownie points. But we'll worry about that after we manage to fight the level 22, 23 boss with our level 18s. We are, you know, like 3 levels lower than you'd usually be for this fight. On all of our minions. Yeah, a bit of added spice. Slice up the Chosen One with your knife as well. To be fair, if we manage to kill Kashidra while Kashidra is wind, then Levant's knife will do extra damage versus the Chosen One. That'd be pretty funny. We only have like 2 bitter mugworts though. So we'd need to get him pretty low without killing him. He's also pretty fast, so I don't know if we'd get extra turns on him with Levant. We might do, because we have so much speed. Like, we still have that so much speed, but we do have to actually, you know, beat Kashidra first. I guess that's kind of the priority here, is we have to actually defeat Kashidra. Can the goofy minions do it? So this is why I've got the winter type plus power in case we don't have enough health to get all our mana used. We can use our winter type plus power to do a bit of extra damage to Kashidra. That one's fine, I don't mind that. So this one's probably going to get all of its mana used immediately. And we're going to have to hope that the doesn't do that much damage. We're going to be worried about the heals that Kashidra's going to do. The Kashidra heals are what we're worried about, as always. Kashidra gets an extra turn on us? I was not anticipating that. Yeah, we do not do much damage. So Kashidra healing could be a real thorn on our side. Okay, laser. That did a lot. It's still correct to go for the damage though. Okay, double laser. We'll switch into our low mana one. Our low mana minion. Use that last wind attack and then we'll switch to our other one after this. We did pick up a Tendai, which is good. So we do have one left for this fight. If we need one, we can revive a minion on full health. If Kashidra switches to yeah, the laser attack does so much damage. I think Kashidra was like initially intended to be a water boss. It would make sense. Okay, Kashidra down, and it's wind! And it's wind, so this minion has to die. This minion cannot be the one to kill the chosen one. So we're just gonna press the defend button until this minion dies. It killed Kashidra, it has to die, I'm afraid. And we'll see how much damage Levant does to Chosen One. Because we still have one more minion. It's not the healthiest of minions, but depending on how much damage Levant does here. Levant's attack is Wind Element, which will help. Does a lot to us though. The flavor might be a bit spicy to go for right now. Get him, Levant! Get him! Get him! 2 hours 48 and 22 seconds. 2 hours 48 minutes 22 seconds. And nobody leveled up. Not one minion at any point gained a level. Oh yeah, if he blocked Levant, that's why I checked to see if I had any bitter mugwort left over. If he'd blocked, Levant would die and we'd have to do that fight again. Oh, that's so funny. Okay, that's pretty satisfying. That feels pretty good. Kind of the opposite of our next week's challenge, to complete the game with one minion. That minion is going to be very overleveled, because it's going to have to take down everyone. That was pretty tough, though. Getting started, I think, was by far the hardest part, but that was actually pretty
when the
tough.
four divine barriers are dispelled, the power of light and darkness shall usher in the time of gathering. Kumari and Kaya, the guardian deities of light and darkness, shall be released by the twin dragons of Kemu. The chosen ones of light and darkness shall meet, and only then will the accursed ones be granted repose, and man shall obtain yet another fruit of knowledge. But it shall bear the seeds of responsibility.
Yes, I do believe they are aware that they were turned into stone. The souls were bound to me, so I assume that they were aware of it. I don't actually know from their perspective where they were. I just know their souls were bound to me. What that would do from their perspective, I have no idea. They may have just been watching me defend repeatedly with a minion, waiting for it to die, so that Levant could slice up his father. Knife crime is a serious problem in Cyrus. That happens all the time. The amount of captures in that run where I felt like it shouldn't have worked and it did. Like that Frey capture. Imagine how long it would have taken had we not managed to get that. Had we not managed to get the Frey and just died there and gone, okay, back to trying to find these turtles or tortoises. Then we'd had to have used that tortoise to get the Squamojers, and it was hard enough to get the Squamojers. That was definitely the hardest run I've done so far. Certainly in terms of like planning it out and actually executing it. Yeah, and I will not do that again. I already cleared the condition of no actual level ups at all, so I don't have any reason to ever do that to myself again. Yeah, one minion run will be next week, same time. It'll probably be an Arbitron based minion. Yeah, that's next week. I'm not sure where to go from there, if I'm honest. After doing one minion, no levels, I guess. I don't actually know. There are definitely still more challenge runs that can be done. But I'm not sure where to go after one minion. What would be an appropriate next challenge after that? Just because I feel like it's appropriate to make the challenge harder each time. Like, it doesn't make much sense to me to do increasingly more difficult challenges and then do one that I know is easily done, like only water element, only earth, only wind. Those are all easy, I think, personally. So long as I can pick which minions I have, it's easy enough. I may look into see if I can... I may open the cheat engine and see if I can find a way, or find the memory addresses to change which minions are where. So I could do runs where I pick a bad minion and have that as my starter and then do it with that one. Yeah. Like, Arbitron only is easy. We've already done Patimal only, and Patimals are not good. Wind is hard because Tuturus might just use fire attack on you, but Tuturus mostly uses non-elemental attacks, and same's true with Delpha now. So it's just a matter of luck, because they don't take reduced damage from... It's like Delpha now takes normal damage from water, and Tuturus takes normal damage from wind. So I need to think of something that's even harder or more. Oh, actually, tell you what, there is secret minion only run. That is one run I do want to do still, where the only minions I'm allowed to use are the secret minions. May do so. I haven't. I'm not sure yet because I still want to improve my any percent time on this one. It may be that I end up just doing more any percent runs while I work on challenge ideas, or setting up for challenges. I'd love to do a minion randomizer where I have no clue which minion is where, and I just have to work with whatever I find. Like I may just not find Mardreg, for example, or Arbitron. I might just not find them. Yeah, so Twingo and Shriek, are two minions that can only be made through merging. You have to merge specific minions for them. So doing a run where I'm only allowed those two minions, I think would be very interesting. So I'd probably want like two Twingoos and a Shriek. But the earliest you can get Twingo is after completing the Moth Forest, and the earliest you can get Shriek is after completing the Spider Forest. So I would have to permit seals for the purposes of defeating Kikinak, because I couldn't use any minions before that point. That would be obviously the downside of the run, is that I don't fight Kikinak. I don't have that initial setup. It's just it's just 3 bosses instead of 4. But that will probably be after the that'll be after the 1 minion only run. So that'll be week after next. And then hopefully I'll come up with something else, or I've investigated the code enough to do a minion randomizer, or switch out minions, so that maybe I don't know, maybe I make it so can you beat the game with only spirals, where you just start with 3 spirals, they have no elemental abilities, they have rend wings, and can you just finish the game like that? No merging or anything, same thing. And without using the ability transfer glitch where I could give them like fire attack, for example. Spiral comes to mind first just because I know it's got very good stats, but it doesn't have any elemental abilities. Sort of like the Patimal only run, except I don't have fire attack on it. Or I could do a very bad minion, like, can I beat the game using only, I don't know, Akes? They're very low stat minions. You can't capture them in the main game, they can only be found in the Eternal Corridor. Or like, There's other minions that would be very bit difficult to beat the game with, like Makambu's. Like there are specific minion challenges that can be done, like use this minion, win game. But I think it's possible for all of them. It's just a matter of how much you're willing to level them, and if their abilities are bad, you can just displace other abilities onto them. Certainly in the PAL version at least, and then that'll compensate for whatever thing you were having trouble with that minion. In fact, that's a thing that we also didn't know when we were younger, was the ability displacement glitch helps a lot with that kind of thing. Yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching. Next week will be the 1 minion only challenge, which will probably be an Arbitron based minion. That seems like the most sensible thing to do. And it'll be more any percent runs on Tuesday. I'm going to obviously practice the wrong warp in the Dragonfly Forest, since that's kind of essential to all of my runs now. I can't really afford to miss that, and I don't want to waste time just going 20 minutes in repeatedly. So that's what we'll be doing. So